well the last one that just cut off in the middle of it. But welcome back, welcome back. Hopefully y'all can pop back in here. It just there was some kind of error with the app and it cut off. So hopefully back on. But yeah, what was I talking about? One of the questions that I did saw that pop up before we ended was what cigar. So this is a Monte Cristo, number seven. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorites. One of my early cigar favorites back in the day. You can see that on there. Um, but really great cigar. So we were talking about funnels. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hit the like on the new live. I'm not sure why it cut off, but we're back. So I'll wrap up what I was saying on the funnels. For the majority of people, they're missing out on deals because they're at the middle of their funnel. The warm section isn't built out, and you've got to know kind of how to communicate. You've got to know how to build a relationship with those people. And the average person is coming in. Do you want to sell? You don't. Great. I'm moving on. But what you learn as you've been doing this over the years is a business only has three options. Like every business only has three options for how the business is going to end. Either it's going to go out of business, or they're going to pass it down to an heir, or it's going to sell. So, and right now, less businesses are being passed down than ever before because heirs have more options than ever before, right? So back in the day, people would pass their business down and the kids would be very, very grateful, right? If you're like in the 30s, 40s, 50s, pretty much up until almost the 90s, like having a business passed down to you was a blessing because you didn't have options. You didn't know like a lot of different things to do. Starting a business was super expensive. I mean, you think about even just trying to buy ads, you had to pay for television and just all these things. Like, it was just a much tougher thing. So, if your parents had a successful business, having it passed down was a true blessing. And you also just didn't know, like, even just learning how to start a business was very difficult. It's not like they had the internet to learn, oh, here's how we can start a business from scratch, right? So getting a business was a huge lesson. I mean, a huge blessing. Nowadays, if you go and you have a kid and you're trying to convince them to take over your business, they have all of these other options for things that they want to do. And if they're on Instagram, a lot of those options people are making look amazing. And then they see the reality of their parents' business, right? So they see like, man, like, y'all are hustling, you're working. Like, I'm looking online, I can get one of these other businesses and not have all these headaches. So kids just don't want those businesses. Every kid now wants to be an influencer. So that's great news for us. We want them to go the influencer route so that their parents have to sell the business to us. And I have had so many of those discussions. I've had so many of those discussions with the parents where um, they're disappointed. They're sad. They're sad that their kids don't want to carry on that legacy. But what that means for us is that out of those three options, they're either going to go out of business. Like heirs are kind of out of it, and so they've got to sell that business if it's successful. Be sure to like as y'all are popping in. Let's look at a couple of these comments. We got Dr. Glock. He says, I am back. Thanks for popping back in. I'm not sure what happened with that other live. Alonzo Hall, what is up, man? The All Star Advisor. Salute. Thank you, sir. It says, just tuned in and I'm happy. Gonna do a series on buying and selling agreements. Very cool, man. Uh, Dr. Glass says, now the kids have their own YouTube. They're trying to be Instagram influencers. A lot of them are bringing Twitter back. Twitter coming back for. So tell me some of your thoughts, Alonzo, on what kind of deals are you looking to do, Glock? Welcome, welcome. Be sure to like as y'all pop in. I'm just chilling. Got to wrap up in a few. Chilling, having a cigar in between calls. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty good. Guessing about five. We'll bounce out of here. Dr. Glass says, I want to take your broker training. Awesome, man. Reach out. Just go to Good Merger. And when you enter your info, put that you're interested in the merger specialist training. So that's the thing that I just feel like if you're going to do deals, you might as well also be a broker. And if you can have a team of brokers, we want to get people active really, really quickly in closing deals. So we really put you in a position where we're giving you some leads, we're giving you clients, we're giving you access to a lot of different ways to make money because most brokers go a long period of time without making money. So, when I mentioned earlier Leon, who just became a specialist maybe 2 weeks ago and already has an active $5 million deal. So he's got an active $5 million deal that, in most places, like you're just not coming in with that, but also has assigned acquisition clients and, that kind of thing. So we really want to get you in like super quickly. We get, some of our senior people assigned to you that are working with you. And these are folks, shout out to Jay. Jay closed probably 6 million in deals last year. Um, Andrew between the financing and the acquisition deals, maybe 10 million in deals. So I feel like being able to do that when you're also um, doing deals yourself, like, you going out and attempting yourself, and then you've got to use that in your over the operations of that business, which is a night. Like, I don't want to spend my time operating a business. I want to spend my time, enjoying life. That's the point of all this. So you learn as a specialist how to start to get equity in different deals, how to start to get revenue shares in different deals, which is really what you want to do. Even, what we're preaching and why I call these holding companies acquisition holdcos is we want to have a holding company that has all those different more passive assets than actual acquisitions within them that are generating income to the parent company.